Good evening everyone, welcome back to another video on bushcraft for the Maltese Islands, and today we're going to discuss the IFAK or individual first aid kit. In my particular case I have a Lifesystems Trek first aid kit, which I've added on to some personal material, personal kit items to suit my needs. What I like about the container, so to speak, for this kit is that it's made out of ripstop material and also a somewhat water repellent material. The zip is also a water repellent zip, and also it has a clip together with Velcro, as you can see here, which can clip on quite well on an outer part of a backpack or pack, whatever you need. Now, before we start discussing the basics for a first aid kit, there are some things which I think would be important for you to know when carrying a first aid or administering first aid to people who have been injured in a way. By law, a first aid kit should not contain any medicinal items, which also include panadols and any other sort of pain relief items. This is because if someone recurs to your first aid kit and takes something out of your first aid kit, there could be liability issues if that particular item, which is ingested by the injured person, even though he helped himself or herself, there could be liability issues. Now this applies more towards companies who have first aid kits in their premises, rather than individual first aid kits. However, as a rule of thumb, it is not suggested that you hand over pills to someone else, because even though that person might tell you that they might not be allergic or intolerant to that medicine, in some cases that medicine or that particular brand which you carry in your kit might not comply with the person who would be ingesting that medicine. Having said that, in my first aid kit, I know what I can tolerate as a person, my body can tolerate. So I went on and I added some painkillers, and other medicines, as you will see. So obviously I'll have something readily available, either to relieve some pain or to soothe my whatever I need to take care of. Okay, so now let's start to discuss the kit items. As you can see, this kit opens in a very nice fashion. It just opens up like a file, and it's very organized in two separate compartments. Now this is a very small kit. Like, if you see it in the palm of my hands, it's a very small kit. It weighs about 250 grams and has quite a lot in it. Now let's start with this side. I have hygienic cleansing wipes. These came with the kit and are still not expired, so I have till mid 2013 to use these alcohol wipes. Hopefully I won't need them. Okay, in here I carry some cotton buds, and also premium fabric adhesive plasters. And now I carried quite a different array. I also carry these sort of burn pads just in case I have a part that got burned. I can put these, which have like a soothing lubricant, which will soothe the wound. These are the common plasters that we normally carry. These are like a sort of butterfly stitch style of plaster, and I also like to carry these strips of plasters. These can be used as a sort of moleskin, so to speak. If you have blisters on your foot, you can cut them to shape and put them on your blister. Okay, so those are the plasters, and they're at the top of the kit because normally that's what we need. You have these small cuts here and there, and you just need to put that plaster and carry on with your activity. Now I have 2 pairs of vinyl examination gloves. These are a very important kit item, especially if you're administering first aid on other people. As another use for the gloves, you can easily carry about half a liter of water in each glove without the glove actually bursting. So essentially I have 4 gloves here, and I can carry about 2 liters of water, and I can put them in either a towel or a piece of cloth to protect the water carrying device which we would have improvised. Okay, have a pair of scissors, and it also has a small ruler and a good set of tweezers. Okay, on this side of the kit there is also a basic travel guide, so to speak, which came with the kit. I think in an emergency you're not going to stay looking up for information. However, I left it there just in case something happens to me and I need to explain something to someone, how to put a splint on me if they can't understand, or just I'll be just plain bored or just relaxing and I stay reading something and brushing up on my skills. Obviously it's recommended that you brush up on your skills not when you're in a situation. However, be prepared before you go on an expedition or a camping trip and touch up on these items. We tend to lose our focus and focus more on making fire, collecting water, food gathering or procurement, whatever, and we tend to forget that the preservation of life may also be needed by administering first aid, and not just procuring water and building shelters and making fires. So it's a very important topic, and I recommend to all of you who are watching this video to go for a Red Cross course or a St. John rescue course to brush up on your first aid, or even get basic first aid knowledge. Now on this part of the kit I carry my medicines, and I have an array of lubricants which are separated into for example, this is a soothing wipe in case you get burned. These are wipes actually, not just the liquid. I have insect repellents. This is just an alcohol wipe. And I also have my electrolyte sachets. These electrolyte sachets are invaluable, especially in the Maltese Islands, even throughout winter, because it just stays warm. Today is the 15th of November and it was 22 degrees Celsius. Okay, here we have paracetamol. They're good for headaches, neuralgia, sore throats, rheumatic aches and pains, migraine, toothache, for women in case of period pain, feverishness, and colds and flu. You can take these up to 4 times daily, and they're just a generic overall help. In case someone trips or twists his ankle or strains a muscle, and he or she is in quite a lot of pain, I carry these Catafast 50 milligram sachets, which are anti-inflammatory and are also serve as an immediate painkiller. Now, I mentioned someone. These are for my personal use. Once again, if that person has, if it's good to know what this does, because if that person has this medicine in their first aid kit, please use the items from their first aid kit, not your first aid kit. Okay, this is an Imodium pill, just in case of the area, and these are plain rennis tablets to settle any stomach cramps or stomach aches caused by ingesting something which was either off or which didn't go well with your body system. Okay, so that's the end of my medicine. I keep about half a dozen safety pins. This is some microporous tape, which is good to hold bandages, or even if you have blisters, you can put it around your feet or fingers. Over here I have 6 Gillette Nascent blades. These are extremely sharp blades. They're very cheap. They cost me about 10 euro cents per box or 20 euro cents per box. Usually you can find these from old barber shops, either from Valletta or in old parts of a village. Here I have a gauze bandage, a 4.5 centimeter gauze bandage, which is really good, and it has its clip-ons instead of using plasters, which is very handy. If you're administering first aid, you don't need to stay looking for your plasters and all that. This is a 7.5 centimeter bandage, and it's ideal for strapping around a wrist. As you can see, it's a good size even for the hand when you're passing it through, but can be quite small for a foot. Sorry. I keep a 10 centimeter bandage separate in my pack, as it doesn't fit in my kit. And my last kit items are these swabs, which are non-woven, and which can be applied onto the exposed wounds after obviously cleaning it and wrapping around a bandage. So that concludes all my first aid kit items. As I said previously, please be cautious to whom you provide first aid. Make sure that if you're administering first aid, that you know what you're doing. Don't be presumptuous in the way that you administer first aid. It doesn't mean that if you are in Scouts and you did the first aid course, it doesn't make you a paramedic, but it just gives you some basic knowledge to at least be able to take care of yourself if you twist an ankle or sprain a wrist or strain a muscle. Be very cautious. Remember that you're dealing with someone else's life, and where you don't know, it's better to just leave someone there and not move, and call for immediate help to arrive. Basically that's it on my first aid kit. This is obviously a very small kit which I carry on my person when I go trekking or camping. please feel free to leave your comments below and get a discussion going on the subject.